think a lot of what engages me in life, in music, in ministry, is that possibility of just coming into a place of wonder, a place of awe. I connected with a song by David Bowie, Space Oddity, which is about an astronaut up in space who's invested in life and prestige and his career, and at a certain point in the song, he steps out of the capsule into space and suddenly sees the vastness of the universe and the little blue earth where he's from, and everything looks different. Part of me has a sense that we're invited through music, through spiritual practice, through ministry, to find the times and places where we're able to step out of the capsule.
I'm not there. That's the thing. It's not a feeling. It's beyond it. It's because you're physically there. Mentally, something is going on. There's the emotional part of it, and when they all coincide, and then it happens with all the musicians, there's a special place you go. You don't want to leave it, but you have to, because you got to come back. And it's a place that you always thrive to go back. It's just almost like thinking about the universe, how huge it is. It just, no words.
The vastness of the universe, the wonder of creation, the beauty of the other person, the mystery that is who I am. All of that is right there in those moments, those I would happily call sacred moments, but they come in all sorts of forms and certainly are not contained by any religion. There's this improvising art form that has some very particular historical roots and some very particular context. And we're linking it with a quality of kindness, compassion. We thought of those words sort of interchangeably. In our conduct and our connections with one another, fostering some sense of compassion or kindness is a good thing. It connects up with the divine, but also just being a good human being or a good citizen. From the history of jazz, there's this particular history of an oppressed community, the African American community, cultivating an art form that was full of themes of resistance, taking autonomy when autonomy was not available, being able to express individuality at a time where people weren't being encouraged to see themselves as individual human beings. And jazz in its roots, it comes out of that whole experience of people seeking to say, this is my truth. Even when you think about the history of particular types of jazz, when you think about those huge solos that John Coltrane would take, part of that was affirming identity in a context where identity wasn't being proffered to a man like John Coltrane. He had to assert it. It's so important to hear those big, huge solos as being so important, politically, socially, morally. So that's the history of the whole, that's one window on the history of jazz. This is a particular genre of music that continues with those roots, but in being expressed by people of all sorts of different cultures and backgrounds now. Hearing what's required or demanded by the people with whom we're engaging